what seems to have happened is that overnight, anonymous figures in Number 10 have been briefing against Streeting to the effect that he's on manoeuvres, that he wants Starmer's job, that he's going to challenge him for the leadership. Streeting, who was doing the morning round of broadcasting, pushed back strongly, basically accusing Downing Street of kneecapping him, and saying that there needs to be a culture change within Downing Street, which is being interpreted as a dig at the Chief of Staff, Morgan McSweeney. It seems like there's a meltdown.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It's all come out of nowhere, really, blown up overnight. The plot has already got a nickname, the karaoke coup, because apparently the plotters all meet in a karaoke bar down in Westminster. You've no doubt been in there, Paul.
Many times, twice a week.
And yeah, I mean, Streeting's performance on Breakfast TV was great. He did the whole spiel about how he wasn't involved in Shergar or JFK, or he really does perform well in front of the camera. And if it's been an attempt by Downing Street to shut him down, then it's backfired pretty badly.
Smitty, I spoke to MPs this morning, and the general consensus is that Downing Street have messed up badly here. They've basically undermined one of their best media performers, and they've just generated needless split stories, and it's just a disaster.
I don't know. I think if it was a karaoke coup, then his song would be killed at the county, wouldn't it? Because Streeting talks a good game. Like many people who are thought of as leadership candidates for whatever party, sometimes it's hard to put your finger on exactly what their achievements have been. And that would certainly apply to Wes Streeting. To me, the idea of him as Labour Prime Minister or Labour leader is laughable. And I think he's actually mishandled this whole thing. He's come out strongly this morning. We've been talking about kneecapping like he's some sort of terrorist victim. What's he playing at? I think he's scrambling
to defend himself, though, isn't he?
Well, but I think what he's doing is trying to rustle up a rebellion against Starmer, but really failing.
His granddad was a member of the Cray gang, apparently, so maybe kneecapping is...
maybe in his family that's
just normal, a normal way of getting it.
Yeah. Well, they say politics is rock and roll for the ugly, don't they? So maybe it's also criminal activity for the ugly.
Is that Donald Jury said that politics is like Butlins for ugly people or something like that? Something brutal. There seems to be a growing view, though, that Starmer will not lead Labour into the general election. And there are two pressure points in that. One is this budget in November, which looks like it's going to be extremely difficult politically. And of course, the elections next May in Wales and in Scotland. And if you look at Labour's opinion poll rating, and more pertinently, his own personal approval rating, which I think he's got the lowest personal approval rating of any Prime Minister since 1977, the fact that people are openly talking about getting rid of him after about 15 months in charge, it doesn't look good for him.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it was noticeable, obviously, PMQs today. This all came out at the worst possible time, gave Kemi Badenoch a real attack line. And it was notable that Streeting's not there. He's up in Manchester opening a new NHS facility. And of course, it's Manchester where the other leadership rival, Andy Burnham, is, lurking, biding his time. So it did seem almost like, there was an intake of breath when he said, the Health Secretary's not here. Didn't seem like the Labour benches were that raucous in defending the Prime Minister. And, they weren't quiet, but I've certainly heard louder backing at FMQs PMQs, I should say.